This video shows you how to build an object detection model to detect tumors and fluid in brain scans with Watson Visual Recognition. An object detection custom model is a specific type of Watson Visual Recognition model that allows you to train a model containing labeled objects within a collection of images. Start in a project with an associated visual recognition service and add to this project a new visual recognition model. In this case, you will create a model to detect objects. First, you need to upload your training images. Just drag the zip files containing the images to use for training the model. In this case, the images are brain scans of patients with tumors and fluid in the brain. Once the images load, you can then manually identify the objects in the training images that you want the model to detect in other images. For this first image, you want to add an object and draw a box around the tumor on the scan. The box dimensions are filled in for you. Provide a label for this object and add it. If this is the only object to label in this image, click Done and return to all of the images. Some images may have multiple objects to label. This image contains multiple areas with fluid and tumors. Label all of them and then return to all of the images. Let's jump ahead after all of the images are labeled. You can use the filter to see just images with fluid or just images with tumors. Scrolling through, you can see that many images have multiple object labels. Next, specify a name for this model to reflect its purpose, and then train the model. When the training is complete, use the link to view and test the model. The Model Overview tab includes a summary and a list of the objects. On the Implementations tab, you'll find the code snippets to use this model in your application. On the Test tab, you can drag in images to analyze. And here are the results showing the matching objects and the confidence score for that match. You can use the filters to see images with specific objects, or with a confidence score that meets the specified threshold. Say you have some additional images that you'd like to add. You can edit and retrain the model to include those new images. Just upload the zip file containing the new images to add them to the model. As you start to add objects to these new images, you can use the Auto Label option, which auto-detects objects based on the objects you have already labeled in the existing images in the model. In this case, one object was auto-labeled. Just accept the label and return to all of the images. For this next image, no objects were auto-detected. So you can manually select objects and label them. In this image, auto-labeling detected an object. But you can also add other objects that were not auto-detected. And resize any auto-detected objects. Jumping ahead, now all of the new images are labeled, and the model is ready to be trained with the new images. When the training is complete, use the link to view and test the model. Dragging in the same images to test the retrained model, you can see that the results yield higher confidence scores. Find more videos in the Cloud Pak for Data as a Service documentation.